When it comes to the absurd statements from Trump's incompetent team, they are truly shocking. For example, Trump expects world leaders to line up and kiss his ass. Vance claims all Chinese people are peasants. Lutnick says China could lower tariffs by 20% with just one phone call. Now, Republican politician Jack Kimball has made another jaw-dropping remark. He posted on X, saying, "I'm well aware that China has cut off importing our beef. We aren't the only beef supplier in the world, but China isn't the only huge country either. If they're going to pivot from us, we should do the same and start selling more of our beef to India." Kind-hearted netizens had to remind him that Indians don't eat beef. But this didn't stop his fantasies. He added, "We can change that." Yes, you might not believe it, but this is the level of American politicians. Many of them can't even find China on a globe, have never been to China, yet make a living by anti-China behavior. Amid overwhelming mockery from netizens, he finally understood that Indians don't eat beef due to religion, not dietary habits. In fact, under Modi and the BJP's Hindu nationalist atmosphere, eating beef can lead to serious death threats. I recall the viral video of the U.S. Senate questioning TikTok CEO Shou Chu. Chu repeatedly explained to the Senate that he is a Singaporean citizen and served in the Singapore military. In reality, Singapore is a close ally of the U.S., equipped with advanced American gear, providing port facilities for U.S. forces, and closely cooperating with the U.S. in finance, technology, and other fields. But this senator clearly didn't know that Singapore and China are not the same country. He repeatedly asked Chu if he had joined the Chinese Communist Party or held Chinese citizenship. His understanding of Asia is simply, they're all the same. It must be said that Modi and Trump are a match made in heaven. These two political clowns and their cabinet members provide endless material for global media. After the escalation of the U.S.-China trade and tech wars, Modi's clownish Minister Goyal claimed India would seize the opportunity to replace China, supplying electric vehicles to the U.S. and Western countries. He believes India's electric vehicle industry is only 5 years behind China, which is totally unacceptable. He urged Indian companies to catch up and help India become a global electric vehicle powerhouse. Yes, this is a country that can't even produce qualified power batteries, with near-zero expertise in motors, electronic control systems, and autonomous driving technology. Yet it wants to replace China as the world's main electric vehicle supplier. Even more absurd, they aim to replace China in supplying more products and services to the U.S., including AI. In a country with no chips, no operating systems, and no notable large-scale AI models. The media daily discusses how the Bharat Empire will shape the global AI ecosystem and play a key role in the new industrial revolution. I often state in videos that I support China because I'm Chinese. But I'm not a fan of the CCP. I believe in universal values, namely freedom, democracy, equality, and respect for human rights. However, I also often say that democracy isn't free. Political clowns like Trump and Modi are the price of democracy. In fact, Hitler was also a product of democratic elections, and he caused unprecedented disasters for humanity, nearly destroying human civilization. Therefore, when discussing international issues, we can't always judge everything by freedom and democracy. I believe Nordic countries, Canada, Australia, and other developed nations are qualified to criticize China's political system for lacking democracy or not respecting labor rights. After all, these countries are economically advanced, with robust social welfare and high living standards. But in a shithole country like India, with its appalling caste system, where people can't even ensure enough food or access to toilets, what right does it have to lecture China? The prerequisite for political civilization is basic human dignity. If survival isn't guaranteed, talking about politics is the biggest joke. Chinese people under an authoritarian system live 100 times more dignified lives than Indians. Exaggerating a bit, most Indians live with less dignity than the pets of Chinese people. In today's turbulent global environment, conflicts between nations are fundamentally driven by competing interests. Ideology plays a role, but it's not the main reason. The combination of tactics the US used against the Soviet Union is largely ineffective against China. Although Chinese people lack political rights, their lifestyle is essentially no different from that of Western countries. China has the world's largest middle class, the best infrastructure, and the most advanced tech services. It consumes the most cars, phones, computers, drones, and robots globally each year. Most Chinese people are diligent and intelligent. Their understanding of the world far surpasses that of Western countries. In the current US-China competition, American politicians love to frame it as a clash between democratic culture and China's authoritarian system. But do you live up to your own standards? Don't make the world laugh. Democratic America wants to annex Canada, occupy Greenland, control the Panama Canal, extort allies with tariffs, and preach America first. Meanwhile, authoritarian China upholds global trade, promotes a multipolar world order, advocates peace, and fosters cooperation. Every idiotic remark these politicians make is a blasphemy against freedom and democracy, severely damaging America's image as a beacon of humanity. But none of this matters. History is written by the victors, so you'd better win. If you lose, you'll be America's historical sinners. But I'm also curious. With such an idiotic leadership team, can Americans win? Yes. You need a powerful ally, the world's largest democracy, a country where hundreds of millions lack toilets. India. You complement each other perfectly. This duo will surely surpass the Nazi Germany and surrender pioneer Italy alliance, becoming the biggest joke in human history.